Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Civilization 6, coming at you with another edition of our Prince coaching session with Ed. We're back with Australia. We're back with all of the science. We're having a good little run here. We've got some really nice tiles to work on our cities. Things are going well. And before we do any more serious movement around as far as like getting onto more turns and things like that, I wanted to touch on just a few things about where we're at and where this, because we're kind of at a transition point where you want to continue to move along. So you noticed obviously at the beginning we got our core cities. You know, you get a couple settlers out quick into the good locations and get those up. So you've got early cities to build around, and then we had a couple of really good cities in Sydney and Adelaide. So we made a point at, you know, once we got that settler card, the colonization card, we put that in. We got a couple more settlers out, placed those cities down, got the campuses up, started to improve the tiles, and that's kind of where we're at now. And so at this point, there comes a point where you got to say, okay, that's 5 cities, we're good, but we don't want to wait too long getting more cities out. Sometimes, and Ed even mentioned this when we were talking about it off camera, is he was mentioning how sometimes you just kind of get, you know, you get 4 or 5 cities and you just kind of get mesmerized in building in those cities. And so you just like, you know, you're just building the districts and you're getting builders, you're improving the tiles. And the next thing you know, you haven't gotten more cities out. And you've got to make sure you get that clue. So sometimes it's getting Ancestral Hall, getting Magnus, and chopping out a lot of settlers in one city. And I have a guide to doing that on my YouTube channel. You can check that out. And sometimes if you don't have a lot of chops in your capital, you're not utilizing Magnus necessarily, sometimes it's just put the settler card in and have 3 or 4 of your cities that you're already up. Just take the time, whether it's, you know, 6, 7 turns, whatever it is in each of the cities, get the settlers built and send them out, and then get back to, okay, got to build this district, got to build that district, got to improve these tiles and all that kind of stuff. So this is kind of that point where you want to do that. Now we're at turn 40 right now. If you're on standard speed, it might be like turn 70, turn 75. It depends on the flow of your game. There's lots of different ways you can do this, but you don't want to wait until it's like, you know, you're like 2/3 of the way into the game and be like, wait a minute, maybe I need more than 5 cities, right? 8's a good number. You know, if you're going above 8, you can go to 10 or 12 cities as well. But if you're, you know, you're not taking it too seriously, you don't want to worry about having a ton of cities, 8's a really good number. Luxuries divide by 4. You know, 8 cities, you can get lots of science and culture out of that, and you know, lots of trade routes, and things can go well. So it's not a bad number to work towards. So there we go. Where are we, by the way, on amenities? We got 3 that are happy, which is nice. So that's 3 cities that are getting the plus 10% bonuses for being happy. And we'll continue to try and work on getting some luxuries up, which will be good. So just real quickly here, we wanted to point out, so like Melbourne is a good example of a city that could use another district. We've placed a campus in the Theatre Square. Theatre Square's not even built, but that's okay. We'll get it built eventually. But it's placed, that cost is locked in super cheap. Now we'll hit the harbor in there. And again, it might be a number of turns before we build it, but that cost is locked in. Even before we finish more text and make the cost go up. But we do want to get that builder out. The builder's got the one more turn. There you go.
Misclick.
We do have a couple of mines that we want to improve in this city, because this city is kind of working some kind of garbage tiles. So we want to make these tiles better. We're obviously going to try and finish taking out these barbarians in the water, so we can improve some tiles in the water and have some fun there. And yeah, we've got a builder coming down in Sydney. We want to improve the copper. We want to get the quarry built on that stone, so we get another tech boost. Just thinking about those little things can help a lot. But yeah, other than that, we go ahead and hit next turn here and see how the barbs are going to treat us. And they're going to bop us 3 times here, I think, maybe. They did. But we survived. Is good, and the one guy got killed doing it, which is good.
Invincibility lies in the defense.
So what we could do is, we do want to change cards, but we have the what do you call it, the what's the name of that card, the discipline card.
Discipline. Yeah.
So yeah, we can go ahead and hit him. He dies, and then we can go and get this guy and give him a. Oh no, 'cause we can't hit him because that one's the one that's too far. But you got the one hit there. Hopefully that guy's going to be okay. But we did get the kill. It's a 1v1 quadrim, and you've got another guy ready. So, in any case, the barbs are essentially almost done. That builder there, you can jump up and start mining there. I don't.
Why is it letting me do a plantation?
Must obviously have a cocoa somewhere. Oh, you have cocos in the other city. You probably want to do a plantation, or you want to do the.
It jumped to a different thing. I don't know why I did that. This is a different one.
Okay, yeah. That one there. You want to do a plantation, yeah. I don't think you want to do the corporation because
I just see what it does. It's 20. It's +3 housing in that city.
Okay, yeah, it's not really. So yeah. Because the mine. Yeah, you'll build the mine next turn there. So at this point, you kind of got to say, okay, how many more settlers do we need? Okay, we need 3 in the north, at least 1 more in the south. You're gonna need probably at least 4. So the capital, Geelong, will build 1 once those builders are done. Melbourne, we could probably get 1 in there. Maybe Sydney can probably build 1 decently quick because it's got some pretty good tiles.
I think we're gonna. Do we wait to? Oh, sorry, settler. So we do settler now, and then come back, and once we get this guy over here, we'll switch off temporarily to chop the.
Yeah, so you can chop. What you can actually do is you can the builder that just came out of Melbourne. You can mine those 2 tiles in Melbourne, and then come up to chop out the commercial hub there, and it might actually just finish off the settler. The timing will probably finish off the settler.
Okay.
So yeah, that's perfectly fine there, and then that's about it. What you want to do, of course, is change your policy cards. I think we probably want to keep discipline in, to be honest with you, because maybe we have a shot at holding on to the one guy's life.
I think we take a hit.
Yeah, you put colonization in. You want to keep. That's too much science to give up.
Yeah.
But in this case, you're basically you're going to have 2 cities building settlers, and then very soon 4 cities building settlers. You're only going to have 1 city that's going to be making less production than any of the others. And you really want to get these settlers out as fast as possible, right? Yeah. So, you've dropped down the number of turns from 10 to 7, and down to 6 or whatever. So, that's just extremely viable. And then, like I said, you're going to have other cities doing stuff. So yeah, you can come over here. We've met. Oh, there's Auckland. Ooh, that could be very nice. What are they? That was not a first meet though, right? Yeah.
No. But Train of Swordsman.
Train of Swordsman. Okay, so that's not too bad. That's something we could eventually do.
But
we could go. You could go first envoy counts as 2. So that's something you could.
I think we already confirmed though. I'd have to switch.
Yeah,
out.
You wouldn't be able to do it. You're gonna have to wait. You have to wait. Yeah. That's the situation where like it's that is just experience of playing the game lets you know move all your units first and like there's just different orders you can do things to make your life a little easier. But
I forgot about him actually down there.
Yeah. One thing I was going to suggest too actually is I just noticed, and this is kind of a recognition thing when you're looking at your cities in Melbourne down in the south. You've got Adelaide that's got 2 population, and it's got like 4 good tiles to work, okay, or even potentially 5. Whereas Melbourne does not have that very good tiles. So you can actually see that 3-2 tile. I would swap that over to Melbourne, and therefore it's no longer. It's like it's got another good tile to work. And then in Adelaide, it's still working good tiles. The 3-1 is fine because it's giving you a science, and it also can help you grow faster, and then you grow into working another 2-2 tile. So there's coming on. Yeah, and then you could even potentially give the stone to Adelaide because Sydney has like 5 good tiles to work. It's about to have a copper as well. So is understanding which tiles cities are working, and it's like, oh, this city could use another tile. Is there an adjacent city that's got more than it needs? Melbourne's been desperate for good tiles to work. Adelaide's got extra. Swap them over, and it's just the difference is just such a big deal. So yeah, it's something to keep an eye out for. As far as we have a governor promotion, do we? Now this is an interesting call. So getting Magnuson is going to be helpful at some point soon.
We're about to chop these.
Yeah, we're about to chop those, but they would probably he wouldn't be established. Probably. Well, you could potentially do that. Yeah, you could potentially put him in there because you've got Oracle, right? So getting that promotion on Pingala for the extra production towards the Great People points is great, but you don't even have a theater square built. You know, like it's gonna be a while before that becomes super effective for you. So getting Magnuson now and trying to get some value out of him is probably the smarter call here. So I would stick him in probably where you mentioned there in Geelong.
Yeah.
And yeah, he'll be able to chop out the two things by the volcano to try and get those out of there before it explodes again.
Before it takes it away.
And takes away those things. So yeah, those builders finish, we're going to transition to settlers in those cities. As far as civics go, probably just we're heading to feudalism, I guess, right? So we'll see how many turns feudalism is now. 5 turns? Not too bad at all. So we'll be able to get extra charges on our builders soon, which will be nice. And we put the settler card in, yeah, that's good. Yeah, okay, good, yeah. So yeah, I think we're ready to go. And we've started our transition to settler production. And we're going to poke away at getting these more settlers going. Oh, there you go. There you go. Not only did he survive... Oh, God, I think we just lost him. I got this feeling. I think we just lost him. Well, we lost one. We kept one. We kept the tree. And it actually improved the tile a little bit, too. So
yeah.
Hopefully, this builder's going to come out and save us.
Oh, man.
Okay. So,
yeah. I kind of want to bring this scout back because I want to, for future... I'm kind of thinking I want to scout a little bit more of this for if we.
Yeah, you could. I would bring them down through the south, absolutely.
Yeah,
and get a little bit better idea of what you've got more that way. I agree with that completely. So this guy will be able to promote now.
Yeah.
And
we're gonna kill you with your little friend here.
Yeah, and so you can get a shot there, and then he'll die next turn. We're mining up the tiles. We've got apprenticeship next turn, so that's only a 2/2 tile, but very soon. Wait, do we have the boost to that? I don't think we've got the boost yet. Science.
No.
I don't think you built 3 mines yet. Have you?
No.
No. So at apprenticeship, over to the right more. This here, so you can actually turn off apprenticeship because you're going to get the boost to mining, the 3 mines. So you're going to be able to choose something else. You might actually consider shipbuilding.
It's boosted. I really don't. Let's see. We're not really worried that much about like crossbowmen.
Yeah, you're not. That's the thing, right? So that's what I was gonna say is like, I mean, generally speaking, you want to move toward like if you're simming, if you're not having to worry about combat and defending yourself in that, you want to tend to go top tree towards industrialization. You want to be able to get to what do you call it? Out to the right more after military tactics, mass production, which will allow you to build your. You Renaissance, you got it. Mass production, there it is. You can build your what do you call the darn things? The shipyards in your harbors. Shipyards in your harbors, which can give you more production and stuff like that. So that's a card. And then industrialization is going to give you more production in your mines. So this is all stuff that helps you in your superior simulation of doing things faster. Going on the bottom tree where you're generally moving towards units is just a little bit slower. So always a nice idea to be able to do that whenever you can. Now there are some things you do want to eventually work towards, like printing is really nice when you want to get Forbidden City, so you don't want to necessarily forget about that. But in a situation where you're not in a rush to get the crossbows, you don't need to worry about getting the boosts and stuff like that. Eventually maybe you'll get the boosts for them naturally and move on. So yeah, we're good to go. We'll get. You're going to build a mine on the copper. What is this? Oh, check out. Okay, see, what you want to do here is you go to recruit progress.
Yeah, nobody's here.
Yeah, nothing's been built. This is the first. This is the first scientist. You want to go to progress and see what other civs are doing at this point.
How do I get the progress?
You just hit recruit progress. The little arrow.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
So there are people coming with points. So you're gonna want to pass this guy. And then somebody will take him, and then you'll be next in line, and you can potentially grab Hypatia. So you're going to want to pass that guy and maybe grab Hypatia. Now, it's not that big a deal. You could grab him if you wanted to. It's not, it's not a serious necessity one way or the other. But so yeah, go ahead.
So we're gonna do settler temporary here. We'll move the builder across to chop, because we're gonna chop out our government plaza. We're gonna chop the government plaza spot.
Yeah.
We'll switch off settler to put down the government plaza, then come back.
Well, yeah, you'll chop the tree with the settler card in, right?
Yeah.
Like you want to maximize the value of the chop. So the 50% production towards settler is going to be key. So you'll go 5 turns. The chop will probably take off at least 2, if not 3 turns. So that'll finish it off probably once you get there. Wait, you didn't? Did you hit next turn?
No, that was the mine.
Oh, because you got the 3rd mine. Oh, okay. You clicked on the mine. Okay, I was waiting for you to build that copper mine, and then all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute, you didn't hit next turn, did you?
No, right there.
Okay, there you go. So yeah, you got the boost to it.
And then look, our 2-3 now.
Yeah, there you go. It's now 2-3. Of course, the copper's now at 2-3 and making gold, so Sydney's that much more productive. So getting to apprenticeship as fast as possible when you can is great, because it just makes things that much faster. Okay, so one more turn of that builder, and then you'll be into the settler there. Yeah, I think you're pretty good right now. You can go next turn. No,
she forward settled.
Oh, she did settle into that spot that would have potentially given you. It wasn't going to be a great city anyway. No. Although she did just get exploded on by a volcano, so she's probably happy with that. So yeah, you can kill this guy. It doesn't really matter which one, because both those have promotions. So. What you will want to do? Oh, that's another quadram there.
He just popped out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what you want to do here is probably put that guy back in the city, so that way he can't hit you. Because he has 3 movement, right? So he'll be able to move into a position. He'll probably move into a position where you can hit him with both next turn. So, you just want to make sure he doesn't get a free hit on as a quadram, because it's a ranged unit, right? Now the galley that you have there in the water is actually not getting healed because it's not inside your territory. So you need to move it to inside your territory to allow it to heal. So that's an important thing. Other than that, what else we got? So we got this guy done. So he's going to get into a settler now. We're going to have 4 settlers on the move.
We're gonna use my warrior first to go explore where my my scout got died.
Yeah.
Your settler. See, look at that. He's only like 4. Like that was before we put in the card. He was going to be a 7, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Now it's interesting here because Magnus is going to establish. What you could do is go and mine that and come back when Magnus is established. Excuse me, and then you'll get more value out of the chop with Magnus. There is a chance that the chop disappears because the volcano explodes, but it's one way or the other. It's up to you, like what you want to do.
We'll roll the dice.
You can roll the dice if you want. And then I think that's about it. That campus in the south is just about done, and then you'll have 5 campuses up.
Do I?
A lot of science is really good.
Might as well just pop. We're 3 now, so I can pop this.
You have to have pop 4.
Oh, it's pop 4. Okay,
it's every 3. So it's a population 1 you can do 1, and then every 3 population after. So 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, so on.
Okay. Why you're saying that?
Why do you say so little?
She wants
to be talconnib, right, or whatever.
She wants deals and stuff like that.
Oh, interesting.
He had
another galley. Holy conniption!
I'm telling you, that thing just. Oh, it's Teddy.
Teddy's down here. Hello, Teddy.
And that's the Rough Rider version, right?
Yeah, it's a Rough Rider version. Yeah. So So in this case, I mean, if you want to exchange capitals just to know where he is, that's fine. I'm not really worried about him, coming to kill you or whatever necessarily. But if you're playing on higher difficulties and you're worried about somebody not letting them know where you are,
he's way over.
Important. Yeah, he's a long ways away. Okay, so
shipbuilding went quickly.
Yep, shipbuilding was quick. Is there anything else you have the boost to? Probably not. Mathematics isn't bad here. You could put this is sometimes where what I'll do is you could just do masonry real quick because the boost to that's you could also grab mathematics. It's gonna be a little bit before you have specialty districts. Because
the boost does mean nothing on this, right? Because you still have to the boost is not going to give me the full.
Well, no, but it still helps with carryover. So
the
cost is 32, and so you're looking at 40%. So you're looking at 13 science, which is it's like a quarter of a turn or something, whatever. So it's not that big a deal. But if you did have the boost and then you did this one turn, that extra 13 science would carry over into the next one and the next one after that. Okay. So it's not insignificant to get the boost, even though it's only going to be one turn. But in this case, you don't have a boost, and at that point, what you could just do is just eat the stone and put a mine on it, and not even worry about the extra builder charge to get the boost, because the 13 sites probably isn't worth the builder charge at this point. So yeah, the masonry's fine, nothing wrong with it. So
now we're saying we just pull it completely out.
Yeah, and then because it's on a hill, right? If it's not on a hill, you can put the quarry on it to make it a 2/2. But yeah, so there's Hypatia. Boom. So you go recruit that, and now we're gonna get our libraries are gonna get in addition. So what you can do with Hypatia, because she gives you the free library, I believe, right?
I think she does.
Yeah. So what you could do is pick a city. You know what I would actually do is I'd transfer to Adelaide, because Adelaide's going to be your least productive. No, Adelaide in the south.
No, I'm just looking.
Adelaide's going to be your least productive city, and so it's going to be the one that would take the longest to build the library. So instead of, and it's the furthest behind, if you will. So in 2 turns, you'll be able to build the library for free in Adelaide, and because it doesn't really matter other than that, every city gets the +1. So. In this case, you're actually in a little bit of trouble again. I would actually move that guy back to the cap there to heal up, because that full health galley and quadrim is actually a little bit dangerous. So yeah, I would actually just let your units heal for a turn or two and get back to the fight. I guess at that point you might be able to put the card back in as well for fighting the barbarians. Another mine built. Settlers are still on the go, looking pretty good. For sure. And like I said, it could be a little painful. I was going to get into this kind of point before. It could be a little painful when you're building settlers in all your cities and you're like, well, I wanted to build my district, or I wanted to get more builders, or I wanted to do this, or I wanted to do that. But taking this time, might be, on standard speed, it might be like an 8 or 10 turn or 12 turn process. In this case, it's because we're on online speed, it's 5, 6 turns or whatever for each settler. But you just take that time, and it just makes a big difference for sure. So, goody hat. Okay, no, wait. No, he doesn't have a promotion. I was gonna say, if the other guy had a promotion, what you want to do is stand in his way. If he had a promotion for hills, then he would have been able to get that next turn, and so you'd want to stand in his way. Either way, I'd probably step on the southern one anyway to learn more information to the south. But yeah, that's just an important kind of concept. So you move him there. You're gonna have to wait 1 turn for the campus to actually finish.
Oh darn!
But still, it's gonna be the only. It's not like you're even waiting on libraries, and the value of getting that library built immediately is actually very strong. So yeah, no, it's definitely worth the 1 turn to wait, or the 2 turns or whatever in total. Education, so we've earned a great scientist, so now we will be able to get universities doing pretty quick. But we still, the thing is too, is we're going to want to get them built as soon as we can, but we're getting settlers now, and then we're going to have feudalism, and we're going to want to get 5 charge builders in every city, and then we're going to want to get districts going. So we're not necessarily going to get universities in the next 10, 15 turns. So having education is not that big a deal. So yeah, you can kind of do whatever you want here. Mathematics is perfectly fine.
I'm not doing this one. I'm not doing this one yet because we're about to put down a couple of different districts. So I don't want to mess with anything.
You may or may not want to, depending. I'm not sure where you've got. But
I'm not sure. I think we might be okay. I don't think there's a lot of hill spots that we have, but
well, you already know where the iron is. This is just to build an iron mine is the boost. Iron working.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I was thinking the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Duh.
So yeah, mathematics is perfectly fine. You've got so much science for this point of the game that you're actually going really fast through the tech tree, so it becomes a little bit less significant. You can mine up your. You're looking around. I wasn't worried that.
No, I'm just thinking. I'm sorry. I was just thinking.
Okay. So yeah, you're heading over to the chop out the rest of chop out the commercial hub. He's waiting a turn. I think you're just healing up here at this point. This guy,
settler.
So this here, you can chop that out, so that settler will actually get done. You had it in the wrong city. That's a mistake. That sometimes I was going to see if you wanted to check, but then you just kind of hit it, and I was like, it's not a big deal. The settler's done. It would have actually been more valuable if you waited a turn, but that's okay.
Whatever.
It's not a big deal. You can send that settler to the north.
I forgot we'd switch those. You were going here.
Yeah, probably. What you could do, what I do sometimes is the first one out, I'll send to the furthest location if you know you're going to have them all out in the next few turns.
I'm just thinking. I'm just seeing. I don't think there's any chance there's a barbarian running around here because this is pretty closed off. So
yeah, if there's one barb camp there that got killed by the muscat, like I think you're probably pretty safe.
Yeah.
And then what you can do is you can place in So this is kind of like because you wanted to finish the settler in Canberra because you need to get your government plaza going, but not a huge deal. Just one of those things like when you're it's one of those. It's a perfect example of how to improve your game is to look out for those kinds of things, but it's just one of those things where it's kind of you just wish you hadn't, and next time you try to be better. So in here you can go. I would go builder in this city now because you've got it's gonna be 3-turn builder, and feudalism's next turn. So this is another really good point that I wanted to talk about is getting builders underway at feudalism as quickly as you can to improve your land, because the longer you wait to get the builders out, the longer you're taking to get the benefit from it. The longer you're waiting to chop out the districts to go faster, the longer you're waiting to build wonders faster, the longer you're waiting to get more production on your tiles, and then that way it just takes longer to get the feedback, right? Because you're spending the builder charge and then you need to get that back, and the sooner you get it done, the sooner it's paying off itself, right? So it's important to get the builders up, the feudalism builders especially. That's why we're racing to feudalism, is to chop out the land and improve stuff. So, so there you go. Builder next turn we'll have feudalism. There you go.
If I were
Eureka,
in democracy,
mathematics.
it's your vote.
So at this point, you want to wait a second to make decisions on this, but colonization card will stay. Take that. Diplo favor.
Oh, yay. And she doesn't have any money. I can't sell it to her. She's so poor.
Yeah, although Teddy could potentially buy some stuff from me. It's hard to say. We have Vibatia. There you go. Boom, just like that. Free library in that city. And the bonus science on all your libraries once they're built. I would go builder here all day long. This city just needs there's so many tiles to improve, chopping stuff out and mining things. Like even if we needed a settler here, which I don't think we probably need a settler in this city, but even if you did, I would still probably go builder here and then just do the chops. You know what I mean?
We don't plan to use money for anything soon, do we?
I don't. Not that I remember. No. Did you have plans to buy something?
I'm gonna do something because it's just annoying me.
Okay.
One second. Where is she? Just temporary. Oh no, I can do it. I can do it here. Oh, I'll do it here.
Oh, you wanted to buy that tile to get rid of the...
I'm just that barb camp is just driving me crazy.
Yeah, no, it's not necessarily a bad idea, that's for sure. Yeah, it's not a bad idea because it's been...
It's been a thorn in our side for a while now.
Yeah, it'll stop pumping out units anyway.
Let's just make sure that this is here on here. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, but look at this is a good example.
It's still
of
working. Yeah, you still
horrible tiles.
Yeah, you still just need tiles in this city. It's frustrating. So yeah. So now you just want to chop out the commercial hubs. You just got to move the builder over. I guess I thought he was already on the tile. So the settler will finish next turn there.
Yeah. He's healed, so you can come out.
Yeah, you can move him out and actually hit him. That's not a bad idea. What you could have actually done is probably just kill them. You could actually move the other one out.
I think he's healed now too, right? Yeah,
but pretty close. The problem, so you kind of did that a little bit hastily there because you could have killed this guy. But not a big deal. But you could have. Oh wait, is he good? Oh, he is Zocked. Okay, so that wouldn't have made a difference. You wouldn't have been able to get a guy in the crab anyway. I didn't know that the quadrums gave zone of control on the galleys. I don't know why it does that. Okay. Anyway, not a big deal. Yeah, just keep carrying along. Do your thing. Yeah. Like we're getting our settlers out. We're going to transition to builders to get feudalism builders out. Then we're going to transition to districts. So there's not really any serious. Like I said, I don't want to be over micromanaging. I don't want people to feel like we're completely in the weeds as far as a lot of details. Just trying to give like the most obvious, easiest advice for people on how to get a little better. We do want to get of course, like I mentioned earlier, last turn, and you failed to do so. You need to get you chopped out the government plaza location, so you can do it. And of course, you kind of forgot about it, I think, because you need to switch the tile over first. But because you had the tile in the wrong city, that's why you kind of forgot about it, I think.
Yeah, and then the costs. Where's the government plaza? Where are you?
There you go. There you go. And then you want to switch back, of course, and finish that last turn to the settler because...
Why not?
Because reasons. And then, you can move that builder back over to do that chop here, and you'll be able to chop out another builder and just get tons of tempo there. He can heal one more turn, I suppose. And I think you're ready to... Oh, civics. Feudalism. So at this point, you probably want to work towards, like, monarchy is a really good idea at this point, is working towards monarchy, which is under divine right. That gives you your next tier of government, allows you to use more policy cards, allows you to accumulate favor with city-states faster, things like that. So not a bad one at all.
Then this will get us, after that can also get us this.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to want to try to get the 2 markets built, so that's be the good example of one that you can get built to get done on your own.
Do we have any other commercial hubs?
You're going to have 2 commercial hubs, yeah. You've got one placed in Geelong, and you're going to have this one here. So we can, after we kind of get the builders up and the settlers out and that, you'll get the commercial hubs going and try to work towards the markets before then. Now, in this case, we do have discipline still in. Yeah, you want first envoy counts as 2, so we can get moving on Auckland. So this is the question here.
I think
what is it? It's going to it's going to be a number of turns on civil service.
There's 2 galleys down below. There's 2 galleys down below.
You can cover the choke though. Once you kill that guy, you can cover the choke. Hopefully,
I almost think I'm okay.
No, you got it. Serfdom has to go in. Serfdom has to go in.
I think he goes in for discipline.
I think so. Yeah, because the settler card has to stay in to finish off the settlers. You never want to give up all that science.
No.
But you have to put this card in because you're about to finish a builder. The builder charges. The whole point is just to get these done. So, the first envoy counts as 2 in Auckland.
I'll have a card in my...
I wouldn't necessarily.
No, No, because he's not up there yet.
You want to try and go up there and claim that campus if you can.
I think that's what we'll do.
Give him extra envoys.
Where did he go?
He's underneath your culture tab.
Okay. That actually makes an argument for why we go to this one.
Yeah, I like to send the first one to the furthest point because it's
potentially just buy out. We have a little cash. Maybe buy out that.
Cash. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you didn't do it yet, but first envoy counts as 2 in Auckland. Get the suzerain on them. So you can put them both in there. There you go. And one more. Boom. You don't have to put the 4th in there yet. You can put them both in at the same time, and it still just generates the extra. So that's going to give us some extra vision as well, and the first suzerain, which is nice. And then once we can finally, eventually, get these extra fishing boats out, the extra resource on the tiles is really nice.
So this is good for Melbourne, who's been working some crap. I mean, they're still crappy, but now she's
there's a production on them. Like, and then once you get the fishing boat up, like they're gonna be decent tiles there now.
Who did I meet?
Auckland allowed you to meet Mohenjo-Daro. Okay, there you go. So I was right. Vatican City, right beside Vatican City, was another city-state, and if it wasn't for those barbs in the north,
we would have gotten that.
You would have got the boost to political philosophy. Thank you, barbs. But no big deal.
Classic.
So I think you've got civil service going. Now so I'll point something out. Go into the civics tree real quick. I want to show you something real quick. Yeah, so what you did there is like you just said, okay, let's go to divine right, and you clicked on divine right. But now what it's doing is it's chosen on its own to do civil service first. But as you can see, theology is also needed to do it, and theology is much faster. It's only 2 turns, so you can kind of manage that and say, okay, we could do theology, we could do civil service. It's one or the other, but the key is to manage that on when you want to be able to change out your civics. So if you don't need to change your civics for a while, you can continue on civil service. What I'll do a lot of times is I'll do 1 turn on theology here, and then if I know that I'm not going to need to transition my civics next turn, I'll switch off to civil service and leave theology on 1 turn. And then
back pocket.
2, 3, 4 turns from now, I might be like, shoot, you know what? I need to actually change my civics next turn. Then I'll go finish that last turn on theology in order to be able to manage my civics better. Again, maybe a little bit in the weeds as far as micromanagement. For those of you out there, though, that are trying to find little clues on how to get things a little bit quicker, a little bit faster, a little bit better, just managing how you're doing your civics tree can actually be a really big deal. So, just a thought. You got a couple chops next turn. We'll transition into doing a bunch of builders.
A bunch of settlers coming out.
Yeah, so the settlers won't all come out because the settler cost goes up every turn, or every time you build a settler, and so it'll choose 1 to come out, and then the cost will go up, and then it'll just calculate if it can do the next one. In this case, what you really hope for is that it doesn't choose to finish the one in Sydney because you have a chop to finish it next turn. So you kind of hope that the price goes up in Sydney, and that's one of the ones that doesn't finish. But you'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, I guess. Excuse me. So,
let's see.
Here we go. That guy's got to turn it around.
They just came out of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a barb camp that's been let loose for a while because there's nobody down here. Gotta run for your life. Okay, so this is actually really good. So, the Quadrum's injured. He's probably stay away. He may stay away. You can actually put that one in the choke. And then if they step up into the galley, it'd be good. That guy can just stay and heal. Where he is, the one in the the one there. He can just stay there and heal. He'll get full health next turn. So that's good management there.
I hit the wrong button. I hate that. I hate that. Like I want to click here because I want to move over, and it's like I hate that. I do that all the time.
Oh, because you right click instead of left click.
Yeah, it's just a habit.
So yeah, they chose the settler in the capital. That's good because you need to get to getting the government plaza built. So he can head north. Probably just up the coast. Yeah, I would say make the most sense. Here you can chop out that builder like that. Now if that volcano erupts, you're in good shape. And then you can just move him to the next chop if you want, or you can go build that farm to get the, you can get to pop 7 faster if you go build that farm real quick.
Yeah.
Chop.
This is on settler.
Yeah.
So
you'll chop that. You'll finish that settler off, and I probably sent him south. That settler south, to be honest with you. Although, you can send him on the spice. Yeah. In here, the commercial hub you're going to place down. You just chopped out the location for it, so that's perfect. And we're going to want to start getting that going because we want more trade routes at this point. You know what I mean? So, like in Jaelong, you just got that builder out. Now you got a number of builder charges still in the area. So I'd probably get the commercial hub going in Jaelong as well. In the north, that settler I would send to the south. Nope, you just misclicked. So another good example of why you don't always just click, because what you could have done is you could have put him on the spices. On the road. He didn't take the road, but if you look to the left of Sydney, you could have taken him down the road onto the spices, and then you would have gained 1 turn. So it's sometimes if you right click the entire destination, it doesn't make the right choice on the direction to go. So I always try to look if there's roads and stuff around to make sure it's making the right choice. Not a big deal, but it's just 1 extra turn of movement. So not a big deal, but it's something to keep an eye on sometimes. What else? Yeah, in here I go commercial hub because we placed it a long time ago.
It's 2 turns.
It's going to be a quick 2-turner, which is really nice, and you can get the market up and get the trade routes going, which is really good.
What do we get here?
Okay, so this is the last of the early scientists, so you can go ahead and grab him. This is the benefit of Oracle in a city with a campus, and having 5 campuses up, you're just crushing it.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and
again, stupid. Such an annoying thing. Just go here. Just go here for now.
Yes, just go. You can actually just move. It doesn't really matter which campus you send them to, so you can.
I sent them. Yeah.
At this point.
So annoying. All right, and so this is
Government Plaza. You want to get built here. Like that. There you go. And then what I would actually consider in this city, in your capital, is going in and taking a look at if there's a way to make this to grow faster by eating more food.
I mean,
not
really.
You've only got to pop 4. There isn't. Okay, no, because it's just slightly slow and it's just kind of annoying. But
because we used him a lot as the settler.
Yeah, he's pumped out 3 settlers now, so it's
without Magnus.
And without power, like this is the difference between having like a 3 food base or having a 4 or 5 food tile to work. Is you just grow so much faster when you've got really big. Like if you look in Melbourne, right? Like look at all the food it's working in Melbourne, right? With like 3 2 tiles and the 5. Like the spices were 4, now they're 5. And you've got the 4/4 tile and the spice tile in Jaelong, so those cities are growing so fast. But your capital just never had those really powerful food tiles to get your pop up. And when you're occasionally taking a population away for a settler, it's just sometimes slow. So sometimes it's nice to take a look, because sometimes you'd be like, oh man, it's not working this 4 food tile, and that could grow a turn or 2 faster. And you really want to get this city population up as fast as possible, because of course you want to get the harbor built, theater square built, and all those things.
Canberra? Yeah, he can get that fish when it eventually expands.
Yep, he can. Yeah, he'll be able to get all those fishes going. And you could actually, so what you could actually do is you could get a builder out. Actually, you know what? I actually would do that. You know what? I would buy the builder. Exactly.
Yeah.
I would go ahead and buy a builder in there. It's going to be a 5 charge builder. You can get it in the water, and I would actually even buy that fish tile before it gets any more expensive. Yeah. Just go ahead and do it. You know what I mean? Although it's one turn actually. Forget it. But yeah, no, absolutely, because these will all get extra food. They'll actually be good tiles for your city to work, and it's going to pump the growth up so fast. So, you buy the builder. This is a perfect example of just buy it.
And take the time to think, like, all right, well, all right, what can we do? All right, let's just do it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what happens sometimes. Is there's so many things going on, right? It can be a little bit overwhelming. You said it before. You get to the point where you've got 6 or 8 cities, and you're just kind of overwhelmed by like, okay, what do I do next? Like, what do I build district? Do I get builders? Do I improve tiles? Do I buy this? Do I buy that? It could take some time, and so making the right decisions is a process, and it's just sometimes you just have to take a step back, look at all your cities. Okay, what is there I can do to make things better? This city needs to grow. How can I make this city grow? Oh, I get a builder, and I can improve these fishies. Oh, okay, I can buy the builder because I've got lots of money, and it's just the process. Just the more you play, the faster you make those decisions, and it just kind of makes sense. So,
let's go see.
I would definitely see if I could sell some luxuries. So I would actually, what you want to do is click on them individually, right? I believe. So you want to click on like one individually, see what anyone will give you.
Spectator. Ignore spectator.
So 2 a turn isn't too bad. Maybe you sell one to.
She's 3 a turn.
Oh, that's 3 a turn. Okay, yeah, I definitely saw that.
I'll take her 3 a turn.
You can go spices, see what people will give you.
4.
4 a turn. That's for 2 though.
That's 2. Hold on, go away.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Hold on. Let's see.
I don't think it really matters. He's willing to give you 2 per turn for any of them. So, what I usually do is like if you don't need too much gold, then you could just sell 1 or 2, and then just wait, and then maybe they'll get more gold and they'll be willing to pay more and stuff. Wow, 52. She's willing to basically give you everything. Yeah, you can see the exclamation point. Yeah, I'd take that 52 gold. Sucker drive.
You're like, thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see what he wants to do. Nothing.
Yeah,
he's not worth
it. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah,
all right, so I think we're ready to go. Commercial hubs are being built, which is good. We're transitioning. Next turn, we can get theology done and get the settler card turned off, which is perfect timing as the Melbourne settler finishes off. There's the eruption.
Do you kill my builder?
So it very good potentially. No, you made it, and it actually didn't hit the tile that you just chopped, but it did damage the. There you go. So what I would actually do here is I would go repair that before you mine that up, just because you're gonna lose the builder. Although you have the 5-charge builder up there, I suppose. But yeah, you could hit the farm there, make that a 5 food tile. Yeah, you just keep on trucking up there. Yeah, that's a good pathway. But what you just did there is the perfect thing, though, right? Is just like, is there like just checking the path it's taking? So go back to the which tile it wants to go to and make sure it's transitioning. But yeah, this is gonna be perfect. You're gonna be able to improve fishies. This could be really good. Clickety click, boost to machinery. That's fantastic. Keeps you having to build archers. Always good.
Education finished. All right, what do you want to do?
At this point, I would probably go kind of. Well, I like to go to military engineering because it unlocks the niter, which can be good. But there is potential for the niter to get in the way of a couple of your district plans. So you could do like construction, I suppose. That gives you lumber mill ability, and then it leaves military engineering ready to go. Being able to build lumber mills occasionally, and also you have to build one to get a boost in the top of the tree as well. So.
I think we go north because
that one goes north. Yeah, that one goes north.
This will finish off our plan up here.
Exactly. So that one can go like to theirs.
Yeah, she's following the path. She's smart.
Yeah, that one you could have him heal for one more turn. I think he'll have one more turn and he'll be completely full. What you could do here is you have both galleys can move, right? Is that kind of this turn? So I'd wait one turn. And then next turn you'll be able to go and hit. Well, they might move around, but
I can move down and re-choke up though.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I think I might actually go hit that quadram with that full health guy.
This one?
Yeah.
Even get him?
Yeah, because I think you kill him. Yeah. No, there's another galley there. Perfect. So that guy is a little bit vulnerable now, but you're going to have the other guy come in from behind, so you'll be able to get in a good position. You're on the move here. Running
and they put a new barb camp popped up down here.
Yeah.
This is just like Barbarian Central.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, right? There's nobody around, so like this is where they tend to pop, is where there's no fog busting. So.
And I know there's a Barbarian over here that was going crazy. That killed my scout.
There's a lot of city states around. City states are good at taking care of them. So the ones down here, well, there's an archer. Yeah, you're gonna have to turn around as well. Fun times.
All right. So so we're at 7 here. We have a theater. We have that. All right. So we have our 3 max.
So yeah, I would build probably the theater square. It's a really good one, and it's also going to boost the value of the campus because it's going to give another adjacency.
Well, how are we doing? How are we doing on golden.
You already got it. You've got.
Oh,
you had it a while ago. Yeah, you got tons. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, the reason why I like the theater square is it's going to boost the appeal of the campus. So if you look at the appeal, I wouldn't worry about that necessarily. Yeah. You'll probably want to do it, but if it's not going to, right now, Mohenjo-Daro's not going to get you anything
because full housing from water.
Yeah, exactly. And so getting Mohenjo-Daro is not going to get you anything right now, right? Yeah. Getting a third envoy in Mohenjo-Daro is only going to be valuable once you have museums, which you're quite a ways away from. So holding on to envoys while you're scouting is the best idea, because the last thing you want to do is fill in all your envoys just to get suzerain of, say, Mohenjo-Daro, which isn't going to give you any value right now. And then all of a sudden you meet Geneva. And you're like, oh, shoot, why can't I, pump 16 envoys into Geneva? Well, it's because you were putting them all into, X, Y, and Z. So unless you're going to get true value out of the envoy, then I always try to wait for sure. I think. No, I think I'm not sure. I thought there was something I was going to bring up, but not a big deal.
Still good here. Well, we just got done settlers.
Yeah,
right?
The settler. That was what I was going to say. Is the settler's done? And so you could take that out.
Probably my best one still.
Probably production. Yeah, I think production in every city. You could turn on discipline, but I think at this point you've got them outnumbered enough that you'll be fine. And the value of having, you can take it first on by counts as 2 as well. So you just put charismatic leader back in. There you go.
Governors provide loyalty. Yeah, there really aren't a lot of good Diplo cards until much later.
Yeah, I mean, plus the +2 influence is actually pretty important, especially once you hit monarchy. It's not nothing, So.
No, yeah. Sorry, not the poo-poo. Do I want?
You probably maybe you do want to put it in Canberra. Actually, is you want a power tile on your capital here? I'd probably do the cocoa. To get that power tile, since we're doing corporations today. Commercial is almost done there. You can repair. Or is that guy got moving, or has he just moved up there? No,
they moved up. They did the stuff up there.
Oh, okay. Well, I was thinking you hit next. Okay. I think you're good. But no, I was just gonna say, the theater square in Melbourne. So if you look at the campus, if you hit what's the button for Empire view? I think it's on the far left lens. You click Empire. It's there it is, like 9, yeah. So you can see here that the two campuses in your main cities, one is 3 and one is 4 there. You go up just a little bit. You can maybe see you can see the campus values there. So that campus in your capital is 3 right now. But what's going to happen is when you get that theater square built, it's going to boost the appeal to a 4, which is breathtaking. And so that's going to give, instead of that being 1, that campus is going to actually go to a 5. Because that tile, you can see charming 3. That's going to go breathtaking 4, and it's going to give you 2 more adjacency. That science is actually going to go to a 5, which is actually a 10 because you have the card on. So that campus is going to be worth, by getting this theater square built, that's 4 more science a turn because you've boosted the appeal up to a 4 with that theater square. So it's an important thing to keep in mind, for sure. The other thing I was going to say too is how many builder charges, that one that's going to do the cocoa in the capital in Canberra, does that have 2 charges? Perfect. What I was going to say is you can do the cocoa, and then I would actually eat the marsh where your theater square is. Now, I don't normally suggest eating straight food tiles. Obviously production tiles is better. Builder charges are so valuable that you tend to want to do things that improve the production of tiles. But getting the population up in this city, think about the value, right? If you can place the next district 5 or 6 or 8 turns faster because you ate that marsh tile, think of all the production you saved by eating that marsh and getting the district placed. And then also with the extra population you get from eating the marsh, that's another tile to work, right? And then more tiles to work, grow faster. It's just a snowball effect. So there are times when a city's having a little trouble to grow. you know, I mentioned how when I place a city down, my favorite thing to do is eat a jungle because you finish the monument so much faster, and you also get to pop 2 immediately. So it's just like, and it's just so fast to go. It's really nice.
Yep. All right. Good here. I just want to check something.
So we're into the next era of scientists at this point.
Yeah.
But we're making a lot of points. Like they're all making like 1, maybe 2 points, and you're making like 9.2. So you're gonna clean up on scientists without too much trouble.
I gotta go check I gotta see if I can massage this scout back to. Okay, so I have to one.
Yeah, you gotta be careful about what he's running into. Yeah, that guy's had quite the journey.
Well, have you seen that video? Right, that's that video where the guys did the scout. Well, no, the scout character where he shows up like it's like he's been out for like 2,000 years.
Oh, and he comes back. Yeah, and he comes back to the
civilization,
they've got
and they're all gone
and stuff. Yeah. Like, what the hell you guys been doing while I was gone?
Oh, what does he want? Yeah, well, actually, what are you sticking at here? Open borders.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's 2 gold a turn. I mean, you're not getting any value out of it, really. Like 2 gold a turn, considering what you're making. Because you got to remember the value he's getting, right? Now, I mean, if you're playing on higher difficulties, especially, that's going to be huge. But for this, he might that might make him ecstatic in some of his cities by giving him 2 full luxuries like that. Yeah. So for 2 gold a turn when you're already making like 50 something.
Oh, damn! I forgot they can shoot that far.
Yeah, you need to get the heck out of there. Oh, this guy is in trouble.
He's getting just like hunted down.
You got to cross. The spearman shouldn't chase you down, so you got to hope the warrior steps to the right instead of the left. This guy's been on an adventure too. That guy, you could step on the hill probably to the right. It just opened up a hill to the right where you can put a mine. I'd definitely do that. That guy.
We're gonna repair.
Yep, like that. Get that 1-5 back and rolling.
You're healed, so you can. Wait, what happened here?
So yeah, what I would do is be careful now. What I would do is the one that's on the crab. I would move and hit the galley in the corner, right there. Right, I would do that. And then the other one can come out. What I would possibly do is send him north. No, I would send him north potentially, just in case there's a loose galley in the north. You want to protect your fishing boats in Canberra.
Oh, now that I have them out there.
Yeah, you know what I mean? The last thing you want to do is send all 3 of these guys to the south and then have some random quadram come down and start pillaging these fishing boats. No. You got to build the boat first.
Oh, I didn't do it yet. Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh, man. So there you go. Another good tile, 3 food. Canberra's growing.
Do I just step back with this guy, right? Why not step back?
No, I think you can move forward to a choke. Just make sure you stay in a choke. So go forward. We know there's another galley down here.
So now it spreads out.
Yeah, so you could step to the turtle and see if you see anything.
There he
is. And then, you're probably safe. You could just stay there probably. You don't want to go any further forward because if there's one more galley, they could surround you and beat the brakes off you. So I'd probably wait on that. Other than that. The Zheilong will be right into the market. Once you get the commercial hub done, you want to just go ahead and get the market built, and then you can build a trader and Bob's your uncle. Yeah, I just skipped there. Yeah. Excuse me.
You're doing that. You're doing that. You're building that.
Yeah, the other thing too is that we should probably start to worry about getting more builders out. To be honest with you.
Uh-huh.
I almost feel like my idea earlier was to get another builder in Sydney too, but then we placed the commercial hub and didn't get back to the idea. But
we wanted to push a little bit because I think we're trying to.
Yeah, you're trying to get the market boosts, I guess. But it's just there's so much value in a builder right now in Sydney. Like I'd almost buy one to be honest with you. You can mine that 1 tile. They're only $1.85 still. Yeah, you can mine the tile to the left. You can chop out the jungles. You're going to get population and production. Get to pop 7, place another district. Like there's so much value right now in builders. It's insane, especially when you're getting 5 charges. That guy's heading north still. Excuse me. Had a frog in my throat.
You just can't get him out this morning, man.
Yeah, I know. So the settler there, I would move that settler to the left tile one because it's not going to make any difference, but you're going to get information. Information like that.
There he is. Good thing we're coming
that.
out.
Yeah, there's that galleass that you want to protect from. So you can continue to move this galley north. When you place that city, you'll be able to use him to kind of protect those tiles. Because you're going to want to get a builder out in that city onto the coast. Because there's those the turtle and the amber and stuff are going to be really nice tiles. So you're going to want to be able to get that galley up there and help do things. So it's just information to know, right?
Yeah.
There's that galley.
That's actually that. It's when it's not going to hurt you to take that extra step. It's like you might as well waste the.
Yeah, exactly. Go get the information for sure. For sure.
I think we can run. I think we'll be able to run.
Yeah. I think you're going to be, unless there's another unit to your left. That guy's home.
Yeah, unless there's somebody hiding in here, which
the warrior's not going to be able to cross. He's not going to be able to zone and control you or anything. So.
Well, actually, that's actually something to think about here. Is where? Oh, Jesus!
Oh, he did come out and kill you. Oh, the barbs are so much smarter now. They usually come out for ranged units, but he came out and beat your brakes off. So I thought he might, but I was like, maybe you'll get away.
I'm considering. This settler. I think I want to bring somebody with him. Actually,
yeah, you might want to actually buy a scout. To be honest with you, I would buy a scout. Yeah, for 60. What is it? 60 gold. Yeah.
60.
I just buy a scout for sure, just to make sure that as he's walking out there, he'll be able to.
I'll sacrifice a thing just to just him up, so I don't forget to do it later.
Yeah, no, it's not a bad idea at all. It's not a bad idea. The pain of having to build 4 more units to go and get that settler back is worth wasting a turn.
Well, actually, let's think about this. I'm just kind of curious. We lost the ability, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be desert, so this helps a little bit with decision making here.
So anything on the coast tends to be really good, obviously, because of your who you are. You can see obviously the really good campus tile. Really good idea to open up the appeal lens right now, just to help you with your decision making. So you can see here where there's some really good high end appeal. So what I would probably do is settle right there. Yeah, right.
This Plains Hills, right?
Yeah. Plains Hills. There's two tiles around, obviously. Really good tiles in general in the area. And as you move down there, you might find out some information about, but there might be a potential Petra city down there too, depending on how big that desert gets and stuff like that. But you got your campus potential there. That's probably where I would go. The other thing too is I was just gonna say Adelaide's pop 4. Just another thing to always keep your eye out for is the populations of cities. Yeah, always looking at the populations of cities. If you see those key numbers 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, 19, whatever. But certainly early in the game, you see those 3, 4, or 4, 7, 10. You see those numbers. You're like, okay, do I have all my districts placed? If not, what's my plan? Do I need to get a builder to chop out a location? Can I just throw this thing down? Whatever the case might be. So you bought this builder, perfect. I would mine up the tile to the left first because it's just adding immediate value. There you go. See that the commercial hub just went from 3 turns to 2 turns. As far as this trader goes, how close are you to settling? You're a little bit away, because I always like to put it in a brand new city. If you can, but they don't really have that. I'd probably just keep it going in Sydney, to be honest with you. He's actually pretty close, because he's going to move this. He actually settles next turn. I would actually skip a turn with the trader. I would actually skip a turn, because he's going to move this turn to the
woods.
To the woods. Next turn he settles. I would absolutely just skip 1 turn and move him next turn, for sure.
Wait, which builder is this? I wish I went. There we go. Oh, yeah, that's right. We were coming here. What's this going to be? 20% growth plus 3 housing in host city? Yeah,
that's perfect. That's perfect for this city. Faster growth in your capital is perfect. The housing is helpful, but not a big deal.
You go here.
Yeah. You can actually move them 1 further, too. There's not you're not going to get swarmed.
You're not worried about that?
No, they won't be able to do it next turn because there's only 1 close enough. Because you can tell they can't go in the ocean, right? So you can see all the tiles they could potentially be on. There, you're just fighting away. There you go. Next turn he dies.
Right.
Here you can just slowly move forward. You just want to keep track of where that galley is, basically, right? Good fish, yeah. He's probably gone to past the turtles, yeah. So you get to sit right on the turtles. Yeah. You're also learning information there. You know there's dyes down there.
Bing. Ready to come back and mine this now.
Yeah.
You're mining here. Oh, you can go away. Turning post. New Barbarian outpost. Good. You'll deal with him, Sweden.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, research. You finished construction. Like I said, I don't think I would want to get Niter just yet, because you want to place some stuff first, I think. So I'd probably just go to like buttresses or something like that.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
I think I'll do buttresses, because I don't think I have... I potentially have...
Can you refresh your screen real quick? Because I'm getting a lot of... Like, it's completely pixelated. Your stream. If you can, I'm not sure how you... If you could just... There we go. Just real quick.
Is it doing it?
Yeah, just a little bit better. Yeah, just whenever you move, it's just everything. There's like no refresh rate at all. I don't know if your computer's heating up or what.
My
your toaster.
And my gaming laptop.
Okay, no big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
we're getting towards the end of this video anyway. We'll troubleshoot it. So yeah, that guy's continuing to move. It's a long journey, but he's going to get there.
Yeah, that's good.
That mega moves next turn.
Oh, Canberra now. What do I want to do here? We just finished.
What
We're in the right government, right? For the legacy card.
Yeah, yeah. You're going to want to do here is build audience chamber.
So we're in classic. Okay, good.
Yeah. You're going to want to build audience chamber. City. Get that built because so the other choices would be ancestral hall. Which how many turns is that? 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would go audience chamber, to be honest with you, because you're only going to be settling like 2, maybe 3 more cities from 4 turns from now, and so that's like 2 or 3 builders. You know, you're making good gold. You can buy them. Like it's not that big a deal, and audience chambers. Audience chambers is a lot better than it used to be with 2 amenities and 4 housing. It's really good, and
I might have gotten ancestral. Like I got my government plaza out a lot earlier.
Yeah, exactly. If you got your ancestral, if you'd have gotten this out, 5-10 turns ago, then you would have had maybe you would have gotten the settlers faster than the settlers would have given you cities. But because we went Oracle and all these other routes. We're late. We're a little late on the government plaza, which it's not a big deal, but it just happens to be where we're at. So it's an evaluation game by game on what you do there. So, but I think what I might do is we're well past an hour here in this video. What I might do is wrap this one up. We're gonna do at least one more for this series. For those of you on YouTube, it'll be either the next click or it might be a couple days away, depending if you're watching this as it's released. But it's been a fun run. Australia is always a good time. I think we've covered a lot of good things about timing the settler releases, the prioritizing on builders, how to spend your gold, getting the districts placed, and the stats are good, the timing is good, and things are going well. When we come back for the next episode, we might do a few turns here, maybe get set up with some more cities. And then we'll talk about what the next steps are. Once you've got your cities down, what are the things to accelerate towards a victory condition? So that could be in the next video. So I hope you tune in for that. And don't forget to do the things, which includes subscribe to the channel if you haven't, ring the bell so you get notifications, leave some comments, and hit the like button, especially those last 2. Like button, comments is really, really important. Unbelievable. Algorithm just loves it, and I'd appreciate it if you did it for me. We'll see you next time, folks.